Welcome to JoeGa Fitness with me, Joe, and to today's Hatha Yoga class. It's going to be a traditional Hatha Yoga, some relaxation, some stretching, some releasing, all the elements that you'd expect from a gentle unwinding practice. If you do enjoy it, please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, let me know you've been watching, and get in touch using any of the mediums that are in the blurb below. When you're ready, we're going to make our way down to Shavasana and take a few breaths. So from this Shavasana, just taking one last big deep breath in. And as we exhale, just sliding our feet onto the floor, bringing the knees onto the ground and just making sure everything feels good. If you do have your head on a block, just remove that for the time being and just allow yourself to just connect with the earth. And then just rolling the right knee in, draw it in towards you, just bring it down, bring the head up towards the knee, just taking a little squeeze here. And then inhale, exhale, and just putting everything down and release. And switch to the other side. So just again, drawing the knee down, compression on the belly, and then exhale, lift the head towards the knee. Well done. And then inhale and come on down. Beautiful work. And then just feet on the ground, just gently rocking the knees from side to side. So just massaging the lower back, the back of the pelvis. Just noticing how this feels on the spine, the hips. And then we're going to roll around onto our side. So just coming around onto your side and just coming into a little position called embryo. So just bringing ourselves here and just cuddling up here, just stretching through the back and just making ourselves feel beautifully loved. And then rolling around, coming up onto all fours so you can keep moving forwards, coming through. It's been one of those weeks and it's only Tuesday, so I have great things planned for today. Oh my goodness. Onto all fours, just rolling through the spine, lifting and releasing. Lifting up, dropping down. Again, just close your eyes and feel your way through this beautiful couple of postures that we link together here into a little vinyasa, just looking for the realms of cat arch and then down into the valleys of cow pose, Vittalasana, just lifting and releasing. Nice. And then lifting up. Drop the hips back, keep the arms reaching forwards, let the belly rest on the thighs. See if you can bring the forehead to the mat. And just keep the elbows high, keep it active. We don't want passive right now. We want to be starting to look towards reaching, stretching and lengthening. So coming into this extended balasana, just reaching forwards. And then sliding out onto your tummy, slide through. Elbows down, looking forwards, lifting the heart, lifting through the head and chest, squeezing into lumbar spine here, getting a nice compression across the lower back. And really try and draw your shoulder blades towards each other as well, so opening out through the heart. So looking to counter any contraction of the way that, you know, if you're gardening or cooking or reading or working and you're in this contraction, this is going to counter that by opening up. Lovely. And then just bringing the hands, come back up onto all fours if you will, please. And we're going to start to link these moves together into a little bit of a flow. So lifting up into cat arch, drop the head, drop the hips, but lift the spine. And then sink the hips back to the heels, coming down into this extended active balasana. And then sliding out along the mat, coming into that Sphinx pose. Or you can keep the hands there for kind of a very relaxed baby cobra. And then we push up and we drop into cow pose. And then let's do it again. Turn it over, lifting up into cat arch. Sinking back into that extended child and then scooping along the floor, coming forwards, just looking for that nice back bend here, which is continued in the cow pose. So pushing away, and then again rolling that spine up, dropping the head, dropping the hips, sitting back, flattening out, compressing through the abdomen, releasing all tension. Take a breath as you slide forwards and through into that back arch, and then lifting up, coming into cow pose. Lovely. Push the hips away, and then just neutralizing the spine. I just want you to just take a little rock from side to side. So I'm going to turn side on for you so you can see from front on, but just rocking side to side. So we're just working through the wrists here, little circle, and then just walking the wrists backwards. Just go to your maximum. You're looking for a stretch here, a straight arm, just stretching into the wrists, and then back again. And whilst we walk them one at a time, you can leave them both facing backwards and get a nice stretch through radius here, and then backwards and forwards. When we do this next one, we turn them over, so you're turning the palm up and you're straightening the arm, just one at a time here. Don't put all of the weight through the wrists here, so give it some support with the other hand, just to make sure, because it's very strong, we don't want any injuries in the wrists. And then again, just taking that again, so aiming to get the elbow as straight as possible, and then the other side. So again, for those of you who are using keyboards, or if you're doing things with the hands and you can get, you know, this tension through wrists, through the the metatarsals and the carpals and everything of the hands. Superb. So this time now we're going to tuck the toes under and just push back into our downward facing dog. Drop the head towards the ground, lifting the hips, maybe just straightening one leg at a time here. Just feeling that big stretch down the back of the leg, through the glutes. Cornerstone of yoga, I think everybody recognizes downward facing dog. But it's a very easy posture to get wrong. You know, people can bring their feet too close and have their heels on the ground, or they have their body in this kind of shape here, which is more of a box shape. We need to push back. There's always a soft bend at the knees. The head needs to hang. So it's a really beautiful posture, and very, very easy to do, but easy to get wrong. So just practicing getting all those little tiny nuances correct, and then just rolling back down onto all fours for me, please. And again, I will just keep altering my position, one so that I can see you guys, and two so that you can see different aspects of the postures as I do them. So we're just going to take your right arm and reach it to the sky. So just reach up here, opening the chest and just reaching high. And then we're just going to bring that down as if we're going to put it down onto the ground, drop the heart, and then reach up again. So you're looking to spiral the spine and open the heart. One more time, bring it down, and then reach and lift. Good, lovely. Excellent. And then just swap sides. So we're just going to take the left arm to the sky, reaching up, and just bring it back down, and then reaching up and back down. One more time, if you will, just reach really high. Biggest one. Well done. Lovely. And then again, I'm just going to turn so you can see this. So we're going to take one leg out behind. I'm going to tuck the toes onto the ground, press my toes into the floor, and really push back into the heels, straightening out the knee. So we don't want it to be floating, we want it to be down. We want to look like we're getting a really big stretch through gastroc into Achilles, into the heel. So big stretch here, press, 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 and then release. And again on the other side, really pressing in, really feel that beautiful stretch on the back of the body. Great work. And then releasing off. Okay, so we're going to link those two movements together now. So taking one foot down, reach it out, and then lift that arm to the sky. So you're turning into what we call side star, half star. Beautiful, but that foot is down, so you've got lots of stability, reaching, open the heart, looking up. Beautiful. And then rolling it down towards the floor, bring the knee in. Excuse me, I'm going to turn my back on you, but you'll get another perspective. Just again, coming into that side star. On your side two, reaching up. Lovely. And then coming back through. Okay, so just taking that cat arch, lifting up, sinking the hips down towards the heels, reaching forwards. I'm going to take that scoot forwards, coming into a little baby cobra here, soft cobra, and then lifting up into that cow pose, keeping that spine down. And then neutralizing the spine, reach that first leg out behind, reach up towards the sky, lengthen. And then as you're here, what I want you to do is play with this leg, lifting this leg straight up or straight down, keeping it off if you can, looking to lift it up and balance here. Beautiful. And then the leg comes down, the arm comes down, and we'll do that little sequence again. Lift up into cat arch, please. Sink your bottom down, stretching through. Scooting forwards into baby cobra. And then lifting through into your cow pose. Keep that back dipped. Neutralize the spine, let the head drop, extend the other leg, and lift that arm to the sky. And then again, looking to reach that leg high. And then you can drop that down and release. Tuck the toes and lift up into down dog. Take a hold here this time, so no pedaling, no rising, no falling. Just feel the power of the move. Close the eyes, press the chest back towards the thighs, letting the head hang down. Beautiful. Nice. And then just bring your feet forwards until they're flat on the floor, and then you can walk your hands back to the feet and come into that forward fold. And just hang out here, just feeling your way into this posture. And then take your fingertips and just hold your toe tips. Just holding onto those toe tips. Again, looking for the body to hang down, looking for the head to hang down. And I deliberately left a ponytail today because this helps when you see the head, when you see it. If I'm like this, you'll see that there's a break in the neck and it's not the same. So when the head is hanging down, it's very different. And it releases all that tension. Good job. And then we're going to roll up to standing, come all the way up. Gather and bring the energy into your heart. Lovely. Come up to the top of your mat. We're going to run just a little salutation, a reach up, back bend, and fold forwards into that Uttanasana again. And we're going to change it for gorilla pose. So this time just aiming your fingers a little further under the toes if you can. Okay? Just a little way. Take a breath. Just release the fingertips so they're in front of your legs and straighten the legs and straighten the back. This is Ardha Uttanasana. If this is too difficult for you, hold below or above the knees, but don't press on the knee joints. So you can do Ardha Uttanasana here, here, or here. Release off into full Uttanasana. Take a step back with your right leg, please. Your right leg comes back. And we're going to drop that knee to the ground. Release the toes. And just take a moment to just kind of feel your way through this split stance. So just pushing the front leg along and then pushing it back. And again, just feeling that stretch into glutes, hamstrings, quads, into knees, ankles, hips. Lovely. And then just pausing here and just allow yourself to just maybe rest up on that front thigh. So you're getting a stretch through that back leg. From here, you can hold the thigh, straighten that front leg. Again, avoid the knee, please, but you can slide down below the knee. You can slide to pop the hands on the floor. For those of you that have got longer legs than arms, you might want to take a block or a book or something that you can lean on and use that for assistance. Lovely. And then we're going to step back onto all fours. This is the familiar bit. Lift up, raise into cat arch. Sink the hips back. Well done. Scoot and slide out to prone. And then lift up into your cow pose. Good. Extend your right leg back. So I'm staying true to right this time. We're going to take that side star. And then we bring the hand down, but we're going to leave the leg extended behind us. Lovely. And then we're going to drop the heart to the earth. We slide forwards, bringing the leg down, and we slide the arms forwards into our Sphinx. So we've got nice control over the lower back. Breath in, breath out. Release the hands back beside you. Push up onto all fours for me, please. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes and climb into that downward facing dog. And again, just spend a moment here. It's so beautiful. Being upside down is such a good thing for the brain, for the heart as well. Taking the pressure, gravity puts on us and just flipping it on its head. And then again, just take that little walk. But this time, just see if you can walk a little bit further towards the front of your mat. Coming into that Uttanasana, that forward fold. And then soften the knees and stack the spine, rise up. Sorry if I go out of your shot. I didn't move you back far enough. Bring it in and fold forwards and down. Most of it is in shot. I do apologize. This time, see if you can get those hands all the way under the feet. So what we're looking for here is that the toes are on the wrist and the fingertips are back by the heels. Okay, so you're really getting those hands under the feet. Proper gorilla posture. And just hang out here. Knees are soft, belly is resting on the thighs. You can kind of swing it around side to side. It's lovely. Lovely rush of blood to the head, and then releasing off and lift up halfway, just remembering your levels wherever feels good for you. Half lift, tabletop, and then as you exhale, just folding down. Step back on your left leg, please. Big long stride here. Notice how that back knee is straight. I'm not bending it, I'm not sagging here. I'm pushing through the heel. So like that kind of warm-up exercise we did, pushing back, stretching out. And then lowering it to the floor, release the toes, and just allow yourself, excuse me, I'm so sorry, allow yourself to just swing backwards and forwards, stretching and releasing. Lovely. Nice. And then just pause at the front. Again, just come to lean here. Me. Leaning on the front, just opening up. So this is psoas group here, these little muscles here getting a really nice deep stretch. And then we straighten this front leg again. Hold at the top of the leg to begin with and just see how that feels. You might go below the knee on the shin. You might go to the floor, drop the head. Lovely. And then just stepping back onto all fours, we come to that same sequence. We know it really well now. So lifting up into cat arch. Really feel like you can get to the outer edges of these postures. Push back into extended child, please. Reaching forwards, drop the forehead, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest. Lift the head and slide through. Coming into that Sphinx. Lifting up. Beautiful. And then just releasing the tension, but keeping that dip in the back as you lift up into cow pose. Great work. Neutralize the spine, so dropping the head, lifting the thorax and the lumbar, and then reaching out through your left leg. Reach up through your left arm. Go for the sky. Coming into that side star. Once you've got that held, you can think about lifting that leg. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. As you turn this back to the mat, keep that left leg lifted, please. Keep it up. And then as you drop the heart, keep that leg extending to the sky. Drinking tiger, this is called. It's one of my favorite postures. It comes up a lot. And then slide through into your baby cobra. Lovely. And then lifting up, tuck the toes. Find your down dog, adjust by way of the feet, pressing back. Hang out here. If you like to pedal or wiggle, you can do that here now. I like to just hold it and feel the strength. But everybody's different, so whatever you enjoy. And then again, just taking that little wander towards the hands, walking up into that forward fold. And just trying one more time. Hands all the way under the feet. You can come back into that gorilla posture. And as you're in it, once you've got your feet on your hands, just have a go at straightening the legs a little bit, getting a bit of extra stretch. This will help you stretch between the shoulder blades and stretch the hamstrings. And then soften off, remove the hands, sliding up vertebra by vertebra, coming up. Again, apologies for going out of sight. Gather the vibrations above you and bring it in. And we're going to come back onto the mat. Good work. Lovely. So again, I'm just going to change my position just so that you've got a view. So we're just going to take the arms out to the side and we're going to bring them across, and you're going to take your right arm down and your left arm at the top, and your thumbs are pointing up, okay? And you're going to try and cross them as high up as you can, and then you roll them around and bring them into Garud. So you're crossing at the top and then you're bringing that underneath the forearm and into Garud. Well done. And you just feel there's a really nice deep stretch underneath the scapula here. And then bring your elbows down towards your knees so you can really feel that stretch hit in. And then release and spread your wings and just take them out here. Your right arm is going to come around to the left side and you're going to hold your hand here. So just to show from the back, your right hand is all the way over on the left waist and then you hold it here. Try and hold the wrist if you can rather than pulling on the fingers, because we don't want to separate those joints in the wrist if possible. And you should feel the stretch here, front delt into the chest. And again, if you are working this position, this can get very contracted. So this is just a fabulous way of opening that up, neutralizing, counter producing effects of that contraction. Lovely. And then just let that go and just circle through the shoulders, circling backwards. Allow that to roll. Good work. Take the arms up. This time the left arm's going to come down, the right arm's on top. Again, you're aiming to cross high up above the elbow if you can. Wrap them around, coming into eagle once more, but eagle on side two. Taking a breath in. Again, take that bow down. Looking to separate the scapula, get that really deep stretch in there if you can. I appreciate not everybody feels it the same way, so not always. Take a breath and rise. Release those arms out. This time it's the left hand that's going to come around to the right side. Take hold and get that beautiful stretch deep into that delt on the left. Good work. Nice job. And then we're just going to circle those forwards, rolling them out, make sure everything feels good. So these are just little movements that you can use in your day, particularly if you are very contracted with what you do. So just coming over onto your bottom. I'd like you to cross your legs, please, if you will, with your right leg in front. So we're going to concentrate on the right leg to begin with, your right leg. So just sitting, this is called Sukhasana, which translates as easy pose or comfort pose. However, it's not always easy or comfortable for anybody. So if you have got a block there or something you can sit on a cushion, it's a nice idea sometimes that you sit up on that, and it will help the hips open, the knees will become lower, and it will be a little bit more comfort or ease. All right, so once you've got yourself sorted, just taking a rotation here, twisting through, so bringing your left hand onto your right. I have got my hand behind me, but I'm not really forcing myself round. I'm just letting that hand rest down there, okay? Lovely rotation. And then release. Take the arms up towards the sky. We're going to laterally flex over towards that side. Again, I'm not letting this left hip rise up, but I'm going as far as I feel comfortable. Over to the side. Lovely. Well done. And then coming up. Take the hands onto the knees and lean forwards. Keep your spine straight. So again, just an altered view for you. So I'm not rolling like this. I don't want to drop my chin and close off my throat. I want to lift up, I want to squeeze the scapula together, and I want to really aim my chest forwards. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here. And it should feel a little bit more challenging than kind of dropping into it. Keep it here. Lovely. And then coming up. So that front right leg that's there, here, we're going to pick this up. We're just going to circle. If you use the knee to kind of draw a circle, you'll be rotating into the hip. That's what we're looking for, hip rotation. And then take that back around the other way. Good work. Lovely. And then just holding it here, hold it towards you. So see if you can kind of squeeze it in towards where you are. If you have the range of motion and the flexibility, you can place the foot into the elbow. You bring the elbow around the knee and you can squeeze this in towards you here. Again, it depends on your mobility and your limb length. If you've got really long legs and short arms, it's never going to happen. So don't feel that it's not something you can do. It just might be to do with somatotype. Lovely. And then we're going to let that leg come up in front. Again, you can hold the toes, you can hold the heel, you can hold the back of the leg. The idea here is for the leg to be as straight as possible, not as high as possible. So if your leg needs to be down here, that's fine. If you've got a belt or a strap, which I don't, but if you have one, you can always use that. That's always beneficial as well. Well done, Shilpa. Good. Well done. Lovely. So just holding that here. Good job. Nice. And then we're just going to fold that leg and place it inside so the left leg is now out in front. Take a rotational twist to your left, so bringing that right hand around and twisting. And then releasing that back to center and taking those arms up overhead. Taking a lateral flexion to your left, again looking to keep that hip down but keep reaching as far as feels comfortable. Inhale, exhale, come through center, placing the hands, lead with the heart, don't drop the head, don't roll over, nice straight spine, looking to really reach forwards rather than collapse. We will do some collapsing down in a moment, but not for this one. And then releasing off and then bringing that leg, taking hold of it, using that knee, rolling it around and back the other way. Lovely. And then again, you're just going to hold it in towards you, so that might be just a case of grabbing it and pulling it as close as you can. If you can tuck knee and foot into elbows and make the bind and just give it a little squeeze here. Lovely. And then that leg goes up in front again, looking for straight leg, not height, looking for a nice release. Good. And when you bring it down this time, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to have the heels as close to the bottom as we can get without pulling on the toes. So we're going to always hold the ankles here. We don't want to be pulling the toes. You'll rotate the feet up and stretch ligaments that don't deserve stretching. They don't need to be stretched and they don't want to be stretched. So we're looking for groin release here through adductors, inner thighs, not ligaments in the foot. So hold the ankles, place the elbows into the knees, take a breath, and this time you can kind of wilt down and drop down, aiming your body, your forehead, your crown towards the feet. That looks good. Well, so we're just going to take the legs wide now, reaching them out as wide as feels comfortable for you guys. Lovely. And again, sitting up on that block or pulling the glutes out from behind is always beneficial. Sometimes the glutes, the muscles of the bottom get tucked under the ischium, the bones in the pelvis, and then we kind of sit a bit like this. So by pulling those bones out, getting a nice posterior tilt on the pelvis, it's going to help the spine be straight And again, we're looking to work these adductors. And we're just going to take a rotation towards your right leg, reaching down towards that right leg, letting yourself relax down over it. Okay, so just coming through and down. And again, this might look like this for you, you know, so if you can feel that stretch, remember, no shooting, no sharp, no stabby. So if this feels challenging, this is perfectly fine. You know, it doesn't matter whether you look the same as long as you can feel the stretch. And then just bringing that up, just bending that knee in. So we're going to just bring that foot in towards the groin, not overly compressing that knee joint. And again, a block here is always really beneficial, turning and coming down. So you want the thigh to be pressing into the belly, compressing here, and just come to the side. Lovely. Take a rise and lift. The leg that's extended to the left here, we're just going to bring it round to the front. So we've just switched into Janu. And we're just going to reach out towards that foot. Again, strap is always beneficial. Well done. Reaching out towards that foot. Maybe you're holding further along the leg. Again, we're looking for this leg to be straight. We're just reaching down. And we can drop the head again. So that kind of sagging motion is acceptable here. It's like a balloon that's lost all of its air and it's just kind of wilting down. Lovely. And then coming up, sitting up nice and tall. The leg that was bent out to the side is going to come out in front. You're going to keep up this time, reaching out towards the feet. Again, using a strap, holding on wherever you feel comfortable. We're just going to nice, that's it. We're just going to lengthen through the spine. Feel it hit the back of the knees, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. You want lots of tension in this. Lovely. One more breath. Lovely. And then we're just going to let that go and we just come back into that wide-legged stance. Take the glutes out, make sure the pelvis is in neutral, spine is long. Take a rotational turn towards the left and then reaching out and dropping down towards that knee. Lovely, take a rise, coming up, just bending that foot, bending the knee, bringing the foot in. The foot doesn't have to be bent at all. Just placing support if you need it. Again, keeping that rotation. Remember, we're aiming. The compression on the abdomen has its place. It is doing work as well. And we're just coming down into that little twisting compression pose. Excellent. And then when we rise, we bring the leg that's out to the side, out to the front, into Janu. Take a breath in, reaching forwards and relaxing. Lovely. Good work. Okay, we're going to lift up, we're going to straighten out that left leg. We're coming in to just sit in Dandasana this time. So sitting up nice and tall, pressing down into the hands, lengthening through the legs, making sure the feet are flexed back, they're touching. You've got a zip up along the inner thigh here. It's really purposeful. Seated staff pose. Lovely. And then we're just going to relax that off a little bit. I'm going to bring the right foot, your right foot, up onto the thigh if you can. This is not always very comfortable because it's quite bony in the ankle joint and on here. But just if you bear with me, I'm going to scoot my heel and bottom together. Okay, so I'm going to show you this from different angles. So I'm bringing my heel into my bottom. I've still got this foot up here near my face. And then you've got to try and walk your hands in as close as possible as well. So you'll feel a really deep stretch into the glute here. And just breathe into that a little way, and then take that off to the left and just turn to the right. Lovely. And then just relaxing that off, bring it back through, take the legs and just give them a little rock in the sockets, a little relaxation there. So left foot's going to come up onto the thigh, so bring it up as high as you can. You can bear it, and then start sliding that right heel in, move the buttocks towards the heel towards the buttocks, and then hands behind you as close to the bum as you can. So you're feeling this big stretch. It's not always the most comfortable, I totally get it. And then rock it over and down towards your right, turn the head to the left. So you're getting a opposing twist. Lovely. And then exhale to bring it back up to center and just kind of let everything go. And again, just rock those hips in the sockets. And we're going to come down to lying, but I'd like you to come down with me slowly. Okay, so knees are bent, feet are flat. Just make sure you have lots of mat out behind you, because even if you're on carpet, if you're on you know, your floor at home, you want to make sure that your spine is protected. So we're sitting up nice and tall here. We're going to just hold on to the back of our knees, and we're just going to rock into a little bum balance. Okay, so we're just holding in a little bum balance here. So this is moving towards a posture called Navasana, which is our boat pose. So if you can, you're going to straighten the legs. You're looking for those feet to be higher than your head, okay? And then you take the hands away, and you've got a full-on balance here. And then when you feel you've had enough, you're just going to lower it down and take a full body stretch along the mat, releasing off. And again, just release that off. Bring the hands down beside you, bring the feet onto the floor, heel toe the feet apart, and just gently release any tension that may have crept into the lower back, into the abdomen, into the hips. Just wiggle those knees from side to side. Beautiful. Good job. Nice. So just come to center, come to stillness, please. Similar to how we did at the beginning, just drawing that right knee in towards you, and just bring the head up towards the knee, seeing how that feels towards the end of practice. Now we've opened the hips and released all the tension. And then exhale, pop that one down and bring the other one in, please. Left side, bring it in. Really pressing it into the belly. Beautiful. And then releasing that down. Though this time what we're going to do is we're going to roll both knees into the chest. We're going to hold on the shins if you can. If not, hold the back of the knees here. That's fine also. If you can reach the feet, grab the feet, point the toes up, and just keep the legs together, pressing those knees into your belly, into Apanasana. Beautiful compression posture. Really nice. From here, if you can hold the toes, you can get them, and reach them up towards the sky, you're going to come into very similar to Paschimottanasana, but it's been turned on its back. Lovely. And then let go of the feet with the hands. Just allow the hands to come down beside you, and we're going to slowly lower the right leg all the way down to the floor, but nice and slowly. Keep the left leg extended there. When it touches down, you can take hold of that left leg and draw it over you, looking for a bit of a stretch into glutes and hamstrings here. Nice job. One more breath. And then release that leg, and again, using your tummy if you can, bring that right leg back up nice and slowly. You're going to drop the left leg slowly, slowly. When it touches down, take hold of the right one, draw it over you. Again, looking for that stretch. Nice. And then this time when we release this right leg, we're going to lower it down to the ground, okay? So we're just going to let ourselves come into a resting Shavasana. Close your eyes a moment, just feel your body on the ground. Relaxing the shoulder blades, make sure there's space. Relax the buttocks, make sure there's space. Let the legs shimmy and shake in the hip joints. Arms in the shoulder joints, and then I do invite you to close your eyes. Notice your breath. I'm really fortunate here right now. I've got rain, and with the wooden roof I can hear the sounds of nature all around me. So just try and focus on something like that, something that you can hear, whether it be the breath of yourself or somebody else, or just sounds in the distance. I have the aeroplanes and the traffic and the tinkle of the rain and the wind. It's really beautiful. So taking something outside of you, outside of your kind of mentality at the moment, focus on something a lot softer and gentler and a little bit more detached. And then I'm going to be quiet just for a minute and let you breathe. Let's take a deep breath in all together and sigh it away. Breathe in and sigh it out. Take a nice deep breath in and force the air out. Big sigh. One more time. Breathe in and exhale forcefully away. Beautiful. Reach the arms up overhead. Bring the legs together. Stretch. And then make your way up to sitting in however you want to, coming up. Once you are up, just close the eyes down again, just sitting in this posture. Bring the hands together into prayer. Bow the head. Just allowing ourselves to express gratitude to our bodies, to our lives, that we are in a position that we're able to come together to practice together without fear, that we have the ability to do this as a matter of choice. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. And I will look forward to seeing you again next time.